I probably spent $10,000 on pills, live in the moment and die in the moment. My old head told me that definitely losing is crazy, cause losing my pops felt real.
I'm 20 years old, from the UK, and I made $60,000 last month, and it doesn't even feel real to say that, because at the same time, through making this money and it not feeling real, I've got a sense of like guilt, as bad as it seems to say. And that's crazy for me to even say, because literally the past year straight, without a single day off, I've put in minimum 12 hours of work every single day for the last year. I cannot think of a single day where I've taken any time off. Even when I'm abroad or I've gone away to see family, whatever, I've still put in the work. So it does still kind of feel crazy to say I feel guilty, but it still feels like that amount of money, I just feel guilty, because there's people, maybe it's because there's people that, like, for example, you got your doctors and stuff like that will go into further education for literally like 7 years, and their first job after that is still not even what I made last month in a year, in the most respectful way possible. Because what I'm gonna obviously come over to the fact is that, and this is probably why I also feel guilty, is like being a doctor, that has such a more beneficial impact to what I have on the world. Like, yes, I help other people make money, I make money myself through just posting videos online, but obviously the impact of saving people's lives is much greater than that. And that's, I think, where the guilt comes from. Like the effort you have to put in to become one of these, high paying salaries, doctors, dentists, compared to what I've done, which I still think is crazy effort. I really did lock in for a year, but to already be at that level, I think that's kind of why I'm feeling guilty. But it's just like, one thing people don't talk about when you make money, it might not necessarily be when you're young. You might have the same feelings when, if you were to become, I don't even like saying the word rich. I would never call myself rich. I find that horrible to say, but be in a good position for yourself, whether it's at a young age or an older age, is just the fact that you feel a bit guilty, and you actually feel so many different emotions as well. Like, there's so many emotions that you never would think that you'd feel or experience, like, until you actually have the money. Like, it's just really strange. Another one is something like, even when someone gives me a compliment, or like someone's just like, oh, well done, like, you've done so well for yourself, like, even something simple as that, in my head I'm thinking, like, what is their intention when they say that? Like, do they genuinely mean it, or are they just saying it to try and like get on my good side, or like maybe put themselves in a position to benefit from me? I don't know. I think it's such a shit. Well, I don't want to feel that way at all. I just want to feel like, the compliment is genuinely meant. And it's the hard, like, even with my closest friends, sometimes I'm contemplating, do they really mean that? But yeah, like, through making a lot of money, or I don't even want to call myself crazy successful, because I'm nowhere near where I could be and where I want to be, but I think I'm doing relatively well, and that's all just because I've literally put in the work non-stop for God knows how, well, don't know how many hours I would have done in the last year, but I've never ever worked so hard in my life. It does make it easier in the sense that, for example, this time last year I was in university, and putting in the work doing economics, which is the course I was doing, which I didn't like, is much harder than putting in 12, 14 hours on what I do now, which I genuinely enjoy. So that does have to come into play, and that's probably again why I probably feel a little bit guilty, because I'm doing something I love. Like, I have friends that go to university and they're studying medicine to become a doctor, and they're kind of forcing themselves to do it at the same time, so they have to work for even longer, and they're forcing themselves to do it. And I'm not shitting on that at all, actually. Like, I think it would be so sick to become a doctor and have that impact on people's lives. I think that's just another reason why it's made me feel a little bit guilty. But realistically, I know I shouldn't feel guilty, but it's just weird, like, some of the feelings that you experience that you just never expect to experience. But yeah, a bit of a yap. As you can see, I'm just chilling in the garden, and you can probably tell by my house I'm not from a rich household or anything like that at all. But that's probably why it also feels a bit weird, because I'm just not used to this feeling. But yeah, kind of a weird way to start off the vlog. I've got quite a few things I want to kind of run or kind of go through in today's vlog, actually. So yeah, definitely going to be an exciting one. One thing I also want to talk about is, if you are wondering, like, how the hell are you 20 and you're making $60,000 a month? Well, it is all through TikTok, posting videos on TikTok. I've probably been on your For You page in the last year countless times, and you haven't even noticed it, of course, because I'm doing it completely facelessly. But yeah, if you do want to learn, kind of get involved, I'm going to get this out of the way now. If you do just want to start from scratch and learn, I do have a completely free training, which is going to be linked in the description, which will just go through everything and get you started. So if you do want to start, feel free to do so, but let's actually get into the video. Quick little good eats right here. Decaf iced coffee, come on. Did get a new parcel in for some new products. This is actually all from the same seller. I think there's 3 different products in here, and I really do think there's a crazy potential for these to go viral. I've been encouraging a lot of my students to get onto them. So yeah, we'll see how they go, see if we can get an absolute blow up video. I don't even know how many of these packages I've had come through in the last, year or so, because my neighbour's always like getting packages for me when I'm out and giving them to me. And she's like, what are you doing with TikTok? Why do you keep getting parcels from TikTok? And I have to explain, and she doesn't really understand it. But yeah, I think that's quite funny how they actually ship it out in like a TikTok shop. Well, actually not all the products always come in this. Sometimes the free samples have like their own packaging and stuff, but yeah, the amount of packages I've had in the last year is ridiculous. WS cool as always, so much sauce dropped. Absolutely love to see it. You guys spam like crazy. Fucking hell. Yeah, we're always dropping sauce inside the calls. Alright boys, I've just filled out all the information to get my new insurance quote. The last time I did this, in fact the first time I did it, they quoted me £11,000 for the year with no black box, which basically is like a tracker that checks how fast you're going for those in America who don't know what that is. But that was for an M4. The second time I did it, I got it to 7k. So hopefully we can at least get it to the same, if not lower, because I'm going to go look at the car tomorrow. Alright, let's have a look then. Get quotes. Let's see how ridiculous this is going to be. Bro, why is this taking so long? Imagine they don't even quote me. Like, I just can't even get a quote at this point. I wouldn't even be surprised. My whole dreams are going to be crushed at this point. Just waiting for it to come up. Please don't violate me. Don't take the piss. I'm not trying to pay like over 10k just for insurance. That's ridiculous. It's gone up a little bit. So as you can see, without a black box, it's £8,000. That's actually ridiculous. £8,000 just for insurance for the year. That is actually ridiculous, man. With a black box, it's like 5k, but I'm just not going to do that, really, am I? 8k. Bro, that's actually a joke. Alright, so I've just been locked in for the last couple of hours, got the blue light glasses on. It's currently, what, 2 a.m, so it's actually not even that late. This last week I've probably been going to sleep 3 to 4 a.m, but I'm going to sleep now today because I'm on my last legs. But some good news to end the day off. We have Hal here in the inner circle who just did a £583 day, which is basically like $600, $700 in one day with TikTok Shop. And the best part about it is the video she's posting right now literally took her about 5 to 10 minutes each to make. It's actually insane. With her, we were trying some form of content style last month and she was very consistent with it, which is great to see. Learned a lot of things from it, and then through adapting that into March now from February, she's kind of hit the nail on the head with this account and she's absolutely printing. And we just love, like, when you get those £700 days, it's great to have it as a one-off, but this is going to be consistent now, so I'll keep you updated. And this is just one of the people doing this in the inner circle. It's insane. Shout out to CS as well, one of the new coaches inside of the Discord. He just did a nice little 1.5k off of one video alone that didn't even get 1 million views. I mean, it got a lot of views, but it didn't go like crazy viral, and it still generated 1.5k in commission, which is, again, beautiful. Also guys, I have just revived one of my old pages that I literally haven't posted on in about 2 months. As you can see, we're already up to £250 a day. This was yesterday. So yeah, beautiful stuff. Already to be at £250 a day so quickly after not posting for 2 months is kind of crazy. I've just been posting on that page for about 3 to 4 days now, so already getting up to 250 again is great. And what I'm actually doing on that page is a new method that literally, I promise you, nobody knows how to do. I don't have the product in hand for any of the products on that page. I am doing it completely facelessly, and the videos literally take like 1 to 2 minutes to make. I'm literally just bulk making 5 videos a day for it, putting them into the drafts and then just posting them throughout the day. It's really simple, easy to do, barely takes any time. It's ridiculously OP, and it is a method that I'm currently only teaching to those inside my inner circle right now, so it's literally so unsaturated because, like I say, no one knows how to do it. But yeah, this is just the method that I'm doing inside the inner circle with the inner circle members, and they're also printing as well. One thing with me is, yes, I like to get down the typical ways to do TikTok Shop, whether it's POV, bottom of funnel, all those things. I teach those in high detail, but I'm not just going to leave it there. I'm always going to be looking for a new method to be doing TikTok Shop that no one knows how to do because I basically started it, or it's just something that is so out of the box that people haven't thought to do it. And this is just a pure example of that, where again, you don't need the product in hand. So I actually have quite a few people who live in non-eligible countries, literally some people in Africa, some parts of Asia, that it would take weeks to get the products to. So they're just running this AI method where they don't need the product in hand, and they're absolutely printing. I've been speaking about this a lot recently, in the sense that once you start TikTok, whether it's TikTok Shop, TikTok Creator Awards program, your perception of time completely changes, because once you see that you can make thousands of dollars off a video that literally takes you 5, 10, 15, even half an hour, you will never sit in bed and scroll on TikTok and waste your life or watch a Netflix show for hours on end. You'll never do that again, because you can see what you can do with just like 30 minutes of time. At least that's the case for me. I've kind of developed this thing over the past year when I've been like truly locked into the sense that I actually get really annoyed at myself if I find myself just sitting there, just not necessarily rotting, but just like being unproductive. Like I would prefer to be working and be doing something productive, because when you see the outcome that you get after putting in the work, even if it's 30 minutes of work and the video gets not even necessarily over £1,000 or $1,000, if it just generates 250, that 30 minutes of time, I've made 250, when in comparison I could have just been sat in bed doing nothing. So one thing I also love to like implement into my routine is like I will never sit in my bed. Like my bed, the only time I go in it is when I'm sleeping. Otherwise I'm sat in the chair. Now even though sometimes I get into my room and I'm like, yeah, let me grab my phone and just sit in bed and look how comfy it, oh, to be fair, it doesn't actually look that comfy right now. Let me just, if I had the pillow like that, bro, I could just sit in there super comfy, but then you'd stay there for hours. So I just get straight in the chair. It's not as comfortable. I'm upright, I'm always facing my screen. I'm not necessarily forcing myself to do work, but I'm just putting myself in an environment where it's a lot harder for me to not work, essentially. Yeah, I'm kind of forcing myself to work, but you know what I mean. It's not like I'm hating myself, I'm forcing myself to have no fun. Like, bro, I'm still smiling, I'm still enjoying life. Am I coping right now? Maybe low-key. No, I'm joking. But you get the concept. You want to put yourself in an environment where you have to work, or it's much easier to work, it's more enjoyable to work, and obviously you're going to get a better outcome, you're going to earn more money. I just realised that was absolutely crazy yap. But yeah, on the topic of yap, this PC is still doing my head in. It's so loud. If you watched the vlog a couple months ago, not even months ago, sorry, a couple weeks ago, I ordered a new PC, literally the most ridiculous spec ever. It's like 3K PC, and they still haven't shipped it. I've been waiting for so long, but in all my videos, my TikToks, my YouTube videos, you can hear the PC. Might be able to hear it a little bit there. It's actually not been too bad tonight, but the fan is so loud, and I'm just waiting for my new PC, and it's so annoying. So hopefully that turns up soon. Hopefully it's in sync with the car, so I can get a new car and a new PC at the same time, and then I low-key got to lock in and then get that money back. The thing is with me, like I don't really spend my money too much at all, actually. So now that I'm actually spending big money, especially the car, that's going to be the biggest purchase I've ever made in my life. I'm not financing it, I'm buying it outright. Once I do that, although I'm not anxious or nervous about it, but it's a risk. Like, it's a lot of money to drop at once, but I feel like it's going to give me even more motivation. I don't actually know how I'm going to get more motivated than I already am. Why am I spinning in circles right now? But in the sense that I'll have to make that money back. I'll be even more motivated to make that money back and basically be in profit of my car, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's also going to be a good thing, and also the fact that I'm going to have access to something like that and really see what my hard work has become into like a physical object. Although as I don't want to be materialistic, I think to actually add physical value to the money that I've earned, like been sitting at this desk for hours and hours, like ridiculous amounts of hours. The shifts I put in, bro, it's actually ridiculous. I'm literally asleep every single day at like 3-4 hours. I mean, it's 2 a.m. now. But to see what it actually gets you in real life and like experience that every single day, I think the motivation is just going to be through the roof. Yeah, I'm going to take these nerdy ass glasses. It leaves like a red mark on my nose, bro. And go to sleep because I need an early night, even though it's 2 a.m. but it's kind of early. Not as nice yesterday, but at least it's not raining. On the way back now. Oh my days, look at the actual state of that. Genuinely don't think there's anything better than this right here. Bro, that combination is just unreal. Alright, what's good? Today is the day we're going to go ahead and have a look at the car. Now, like I say in my previous vlog, you have to be 25 to even be able to drive or test drive these M cars. So I'm not even going to be able to test drive it myself. I'm going to go with my dad, have a look at the car. This spec is honestly one that is just like, I genuinely don't think it can get any better, and the price is actually pretty reasonable too. So, I mean, I'll just show you guys when we get there. Whenever I go to dealership, I love to wear just the most basic fit ever, just grey joggers, black hoodie. They just be thinking, what is this guy doing here? Right, boys, so literally 20 minutes to driving towards the dealership. The guy called me and he was like, oh yeah, unfortunately we've just had to take off all the wheels to do refurbishment on them before we can show off the car, which is really annoying because I was literally ready to go. I genuinely buy it right there and then, which is annoying. But I'm just going to go to a nearby dealership because I have a GT4. If you've seen any of my recent TikTok videos, I've been seriously considering one of them, which is probably a bad thing because it's going to build friction between me choosing between the M4 and the GT4. But just to see it in person, see what it looks like, because they are very different. I feel like it'd be more fun. They're a manual. I love just manuals, more engaging. So yeah, I'm gonna go and have a look at that. They've also got some other nice cars as well, which would be good to see. But yeah, looks like we're gonna have to wait a couple more days until we can go see that M4. I'm actually really considering calling them back and just putting a deposit on it, because I know that car's gonna go quickly, especially because it's an individual color and the spec is literally perfect. So I'm gonna go have a look at these and then probably call them back and then look to put a deposit on the BMW, because I can't keep having friction between choosing the M4 and a GT4 at this point. It's been going on for too long. All right, boys, look at this right here. GT4. I've been looking at one of these. This is a bit of an older one, but seeing this in person now, it's actually so nice. Look at the state of that. Look at the buckets as well. It's making me think between the M4 now, bro. I shouldn't be looking at this, because I should just come in. Got 911 here too. This right here is the dream, bro. This is just making me feel so poor. Look at that. If it weren't red, I'd buy it today. No, I'm joking. It's Jag as well. Never seen these before in person. Carbon side skirts, spoiler, everything. These are really nice, actually. It's GTR. Hate the red, but still beautiful car. Guarantee. Look at this. Alright, I'm sipping on a tea out of the fucking glass, don't ask. Some biscuits on go, of course, sipping and munching that. And then we're just doing some product research at the moment. Obviously just scroll it to the top so you can't see all the good stuff. But yeah, basically gonna add loads of products in for the Forte members and Inner Circle members so they can start printing with these products, because some of the ones I've just added are kind of crazy. When I'm looking at products, I'm not always looking at the ones that have the most sales or the highest commission. I'm looking at ones that we can potentially think of new hooks or new ideas that people haven't done well before or done at all before. That's basically going to be a massive gap in the market for our creators to just take over, because I can think of different hooks that will work really well with the product that hasn't been executed yet. So if I just inform the guys, yo, use this as a hook for this product, this pain point, no one else has done it before, do it, they're basically guaranteed to print. But yeah, one thing about this week is I've literally barely picked up the camera. I'm literally on my phone right now. My camera's there, I don't even know why I'm not using it. But sometimes when you're just so locked in, it's so difficult to pick up the camera, and then it's like another thing to have to do on top of it when you're literally already at like your maximum potential. So I guess it's good in the sense that I can tell I've literally couldn't really be putting much more effort into my work. But at the same time, I want to document it for you guys. So I've also low-key been waiting for the day where I'm actually going to pick up the car, which was supposed to be today, but obviously, as you saw, they're getting the wheels sorted, which I mean, I guess it's kind of good, because when I go to see it, it'll be in a better condition. But at the same time, bro, I was ready to just go and leave with the car, but I'm gonna have to wait a couple of days. Doesn't make too much of a difference, and I've already been waiting a couple of weeks anyway. But oh, I can't wait. This lighting is probably absolutely awful, but I'm just about to go to the gym for a little late night session, and this is probably one of the last times I'm going to be driving this car right here. This is literally a 2014 Fiesta. This is the only car I've ever had for the last 3 years. Actually, to be fair, I'm going to be giving this car to my younger brother. He's going to learn to drive in it, so probably will drive it 1 or 2 more times, but the upgrade is about to be crazy. I've finally taken a little break from work. It's like 11 PM right now. I'm just watching Match of the Day. OG right there. Got a little bagel and bananas, honey, peanut butter, some goodies, and then, yeah. Yo, what's good, bro? How you doing? Yeah, all good, thank you, all good, thank you. So today's basically just going to be your onboarding call. Okay, no worries. No worries at all, that's absolutely fine. So since you're in the US, I'll definitely be encouraging you to kind of focus on the TikTok shop side of things. Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, actually, to be fair, some of the best creators on TikTok shop are doing it facelessly, so we can start facelessly, that's fine. And I was wondering, do you have any more products that we're looking to do for POV? Because again, I see that you're kind of focusing on one product here, so realistically, we'd want to be doing like 3 to 4 at once, really, with POV. No way, can't you actually drop? Bro, I've been listening to this shit, not gonna lie, my first impressions is not really hit him, but I feel like that was the exact same thing for A Whole Lot of Red as well. Like, bro, his albums never hit her first time. They kind of take a bit of time to grow, pause. But right now, I've just been, as you can see, this is a very rare site. I have no DMs at all. Like, that is a beautiful site, but also very satisfying site, because I've gone through absolutely, of course, all the Inner Circle members. I go through everyone's stuff as frequently and as much detail as possible. Like, I won't go through the DMs if I'm in a bit of a rush, because I want to provide the best quality feedback. But I've literally just sat here and done my last bit of feedback today. It's currently literally just about to hit 2 a.m. So I've just basically gone and done my last bit of feedback for today, going through everyone's videos. Some people starting up live streams as well, just reviewing their sort of setup for their live streams, that sort of side of things. Because TikTok Shop Live, it's insane. A lot of people sleep on it. And then also tonight, shout out to the boys in the free chat. I've just been chatting, dropping some game in here as well. Let me see if I can find it. I've been giving some voice notes of just pure advice. So I'd recommend just hopping in the free chat as well. As you can see, a little bit of sauce for the guys in here. A little 3-minute voice note of advice. Just want to help as many people achieve their goals as possible, and there's people in this Discord that I can kind of just tell what they're like in person, like whether they're lazy or not. So through basically, being able to understand how they are just online and providing them advice specific for them, I feel would be really, really helpful. So hopefully they go ahead and take that on board. But yeah, when I get a bit of time later in the day, I like to just hop in the free chat, just help people out, answer any questions guys have. In the free section of the Discord as well. Yeah, this is just what an average evening for me looks. Well, it's not even evening, it's early hours of the morning looks like for me. These glasses, bro, I look like such a nerd with them on. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, I just work so much better at night. There's less distractions, I'm just so locked in. But yeah, I've been going to sleep a little bit earlier, around 2:30, 3 a.m. now, so it's a bit better than before. The UK sun is actually beaming today as well, although it is still like 2 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit for my Americans. But look on these sheep though over there. I can't really see it too well, but yeah, even though it is still kind of cold, just having the sunlight hitting you is so nice. Oh, I need to go somewhere hot soon. I'm gonna travel soon, but I'm gonna lock in the car first so I can enjoy that. Then we're going abroad. This right here, I'm gonna absolutely munch this down, and I've been waiting for this. I'm putting it in the freezer so it's literally ice cold. As you can see, the new PC is here. However, I don't know how to take this shit out, and I don't know how to open. Let me firstly do the satisfying bit properly. Oh, my days are so good. How do I open this glass case? Glad I got a case that has a bit of glass on it, because this is like one of those, where's the branding? One of those quiet cases. You can see be quiet. So it should be really quiet in my videos, because the whole point is this one right here is way too loud. You can hear it in my videos now because it's quite old, so let me figure this out. Right, there we go. We finally got them off. I had to take out these little bolts, unfortunately, but it is what it is. As you can see, there's the PC, and it's nothing crazy, to be honest. I think, obviously, when you plug it in, it'll look better, and to be honest, I don't really care about how it looks. Like this one here I've got is pretty, average. But I've had it for like 4 years now, so it's time for an upgrade. This was like 3k, but it's a good investment. It will last me a long time. And one reason why you guys are probably thinking, why don't you just get a laptop? Well, one thing I do also do is I actually do a lot of editing, and my whole background was video editing basically. I'll actually put up a video and show you that in a minute, something I made recently in a bit of my free time. But yeah, I used to edit for music artists and stuff like that, so I just like to have a desktop. I'm also going to get a new laptop as well. My MacBook's down there, but I hate the MacBook. I'm going to get a Windows one instead. But yeah, what's it got? It's got a 5070 Ti. I don't know how much RAM, I think 64 gigs of RAM. I'm not too much of a PC nerd, to be honest, but yeah, it's pretty much everything new and as good as you can get for the most part. Let me just pull up one of my old TikTok accounts. I actually posted a video recently for a bit of fun, and it got 100k views, which is kind of fire. But yeah, I basically just did like these lyric videos, and everyone just goes crazy on them, so. But the thing is with these, like, sometimes I do them for fun and sometimes I also get commissions from them. So back in the day, sort of 2 years ago, this was like my main focus, like music video editing, short form video editing, which is how I basically got into TikTok. And I made my money through that. But I remember being so happy getting like a £300 payment for a long form YouTube video, or like £300 payment for 10 short form videos. And I was so happy with that. Like £300 is crazy. And now to me, like, if you wanted me to do that now, I'd need to be getting paid 10 times the amount for it to actually be worth my time, which is kind of sad, because I do have quite a bit of passion for editing. I really do love and enjoy editing. It's so creative, but at the same time, with my TikTok content, whether it's TikTok Shop, Creator Awards program, you still do have that freedom to be creative. It's just not as much in the editing side of things. But yeah, like you've just seen, I do an edit like every once in a while, just because I've got a decent following of people that actually like follow me for it, and on Instagram. And I just enjoy it. Like it genuinely is my passion. I love the music industry and editing, so I just do it every once in a while, just when I find a bit of free time. But to be honest, it is quite rare. I think the last time I did one before then was like 6 months ago, so I probably do like 2 a year. So I mean, it is what it is, but it's good to just keep that skill there. Like I think video editing is a really good skill to have. So yeah, I did like music video edits as well, so like adding VFX to edits, 3D, all that stuff as well. These did pretty decent as well. I mean, there's not as much of a market for these. I don't really care about the views. I just post them because I enjoy editing them, and then they're only like 14 seconds long because I just don't have enough time to do a proper one. But I mean, yeah, you can literally see. Let me scroll on this account. Like the first lyric videos I did, 2022. So this is like an old passion of mine. But yeah, I just like to edit every now and again just to make sure I still got it in the locker. Right guys, it is a bit late in the day, and if you could not tell by the smile on my face, I have done something, and that is reserve the car. So I've gone ahead and put the deposit down. That car is fully locked in. Am I going to show you the exact spec and the exact car I bought now? No, because you're going to have to wait till the next video when I actually have it in hand and you can see it. But all I'm going to say is the spec is, bro, it's just, oh, I'm so happy I was patient with it and I just waited for one that I'm just, you know, spot on with. The only thing is the car is really fucking far away, so I'm going to have to do a bit of travelling to get that, but it is what it is. I need to run a new insurance quote to get that done, ready for next week, so my insurance is going to be even higher than what it was at the start of the video. I think I got quoted like 8k, so it's probably going to be higher than that. Fuck UK insurance, it's absolutely bullshit, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm so gassed I finally just had that locked in. I cannot wait. Like, I think the colour as well. What I'm going to say is the colour is very, like, when I first wanted to get the car, you guys might have seen from my old videos, like, well, not really old, but like some of my first vlogs, what colours I was kind of picking, like the, you know, the black, the really just solid, maybe the grey, but definitely changed it up a little bit, and I think it's for the better as well. I really do think it's for the better. So yeah, super hyped, super gassed, I've locked that in, and it should really feel real when I actually, you know, well, even I already know when I go and get the car and I sit in it, like, it's not even going to feel like it's mine. It's not going to fully feel real until probably like 1 to 2 weeks when I'm actually driving it consistently. I'm just like, bro, it's actually crazy how much your life can change in a year. As cliche as it sounds, it's crazy how it can just go from like there to there in like such a short amount of time. It's ridiculous. And by the way, that is not me like basing my success and the happiness of my life on materialistic things at all. It's not. It's just like, I'm saying, if you told myself a year ago that I'd be in the position I am right now from posting TikTok videos, I would be like, well, to be honest, I probably wouldn't believe myself because I've always believed in myself, but at the same time, I would still just be like shocked at how quickly that's happened. Like, I always knew it was going to happen, but in a year, when I was sat, I'm just thinking about those times when I was sat in my university room, just literally forcing myself to revise for exams. Oh, bro, every single time I mention exams, it makes me happy to the fact that I never have to sit one again. And I'm really sorry if you're someone that's at school right now and you have exams coming up, because I can feel your pain. It's fucking shit, but you know, if you want to take action and start business or start trying to make an income some way for your own passion, then please go for it, because you won't have to ever do that again. I'm actually editing this vlog right now, but I low-key forgot to record an outro. So one thing I do want to say is, if you guys have obviously seen me talking about the inner circle in today's video, that's basically the students that I'm one-to-one mentoring. And through joining that, you are guaranteed to make your first $10,000 online with TikTok. So if you are interested in that and you're really looking to take this seriously, then I do have the application link in description. I would highly recommend, you know, applying. We have just had new spots open up, so definitely check that out with the first link in the description. And also that free training, again, if you want to, you know, start TikTok, if you have no idea where to start, completely free training there in the description as well. So make sure to go and check that out. With that being said, guys, really hope you did enjoy the video. Go ahead and drop a like and, you know, comment, answer all the questions in the comments you guys have about anything in today's video. So feel free to go and drop them. Follow my Instagram as well, which is also linked in the description. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.